We can all agree that it takes a very special heart to care for the seniors in our community. And right here at 216 North Lenzner in Sierra Vista, Ever After Assisted Living has been doing it just that for 2.5 years. And we're going to talk to Taylor and learn more about this amazing business, a home-based assisted living business here in Sierra Vista today. And we're so glad that you're joining us, and we know you'll definitely want to share this video around and learn more about it in the post description. You'll see their website, you will see their Facebook page, you'll see their phone number to call for information, and you will enjoy doing that. But I'm sorry, I should have knocked first. That was rude of me to come in without knocking. Taylor, it's lovely to see you. Oh my gosh! So as we walk in here, you've already got some folks here hanging out in the area. But as we get started, I do want to say, first of all, congratulations on having this business for 2.5 years. Is that what we're looking at?
2.5 years,
That's
yes.
amazing. I want to talk about the history of it as well. But the big news that we have is that you have a special going right now because you have 2 available beds here at Ever After.
Yes, we do have 2 semi-private beds, and until October 1st, we're running a half off the first month's promotion.
Okay, can we go take a look at that room right
Absolutely.
now? Let's go take a look at that. And as we're heading down this way, you were a nurse or are a nurse, correct?
Yes, I've been a nurse for 10 years, and we opened our assisted living during COVID because my grandmother was in a nursing home, and I wanted her to have a place that was home for herself.
Yeah, and you made that space right here.
I did.
In your home.
Yes,
I mean,
we turned our private home into a home for others.
Oh my goodness! And right now, this is the room where you have the 2 beds available. What kind of person or family would need this kind of service here?
We can do anything from independent living to all the way through hospice care, dementia care. We're licensed for all of the levels of care, and we try to get families that can coexist with the other families when we make roommates. That's how both of these beds became open. I actually moved a lady in with her friend across the hall so that these 2 beds could be open.
That's great. Come on in and take a look around. As the camera swings around and looks around. So having those different kinds of services, they talk about sometimes from assisted living to memory care and independent living. I mean, there's so many different phrases that are used in the senior care industry. And the fact is that you guys cover it all here.
We cover it all. We have families come in that tour our facility and they're concerned, what happens when my mother's ready for hospice? Will she have to move out? Absolutely not. Hospice comes here, and we can do anything from a husband and wife living independently all the way through their end of life, and we stay in contact with their families and encourage their friends and family to visit. We don't have scheduled visiting hours or scheduled tours or any of those things. People are welcome anytime.
And of course, the phone number is in the post description right now, and you can see it on that banner at the beginning of this video. I do want to talk about it. So you were already a nurse for many, many years by the time that COVID hit, and you had the opportunity to work with your grandma and bring her into your home. There's something very special about being a nurse, being a healthcare provider first and foremost, but then I think there's a added level of specialness to someone who cares for the seniors. What was it about the senior care industry that attracted you to it?
I've done a whole lot of different kinds of nursing, from OR to hospital nursing, but geriatrics has always had my heart. I grew up in a nursing home. My mom was a wound nurse for 17 years and has been an RN or an LPN for 41 years.
My goodness.
And I used to get off the school bus and I would go scoop ice cream and fill ice water, and I went to nursing school as soon as I got out of high school. I knew that was my calling, and I've always loved geriatrics. And I know that if somebody doesn't push and somebody doesn't give them the best care, then they won't always get it.
And the cool part about having a literal home be where the residents here are is that you have amenities for them in and around the property here.
Yes, of course. We have all wheelchair access outside. We have a chicken coop that we get fresh eggs every day. And we've got a gazebo out there where we can go outside and do activities outside. And We have a 24-hour caregiver here that takes care of them. We have a call light system. You can see the buttons there on the dresser.
Yep, right there.
And it rings to our caregivers. And instead of waiting, 45 minutes to an hour for their call lights to be answered, it's more like 5 minutes, or they'll pop their head in and say, I need 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And we've had 2 extremely successful stories here. One moved here from Southern California, and they had given her only a few more days to live. She was on hospice, and she was 72 pounds when she got here.
Oh, my goodness.
Her family had said, I know that she's going to go. And I said, well, just give us a little time. She was here 2 years to the day, and when she passed, she was over 130 pounds.
My goodness.
So
that's an incredible story. You don't hear things like that.
And we had one just recently when she moved here. She had sold her home. She thought she was going to be in assisted living forever, and she actually recovered enough that she just moved home. She graduated assisted living.
Yeah.
And she said, I'll be back. And I said, okay,
hopefully
honey,
not too soon.
I said, we'll see you then.
But again, you know where you'll be taken care of the best.
Of
and that's
course.
right. I can hear the emotion in your voice as you actually talk about these stories, because these are not necessarily exceptions to the rule, but you don't always see them in this particular field of nursing.
Right. And we try to encourage all of our residents to get together for meals and to participate in activities. We try our hardest to not have people eating in their beds, because it just encourages people to stay in bed, and we want them to get up and go outside and read the newspaper and watch the football game is on in the living room, and they're playing
big old screen TV, right? I think I'm going to start coming over here for football games myself. But
yeah, and they're playing Would You Rather. So we try to give them something that's a little bit more fulfilling, but it doesn't feel like a nursing home. This feels like home.
I love that. And speaking of feeling like home, the sun is out a little bit. I'd like to go in the backyard if I could,
Sure.
and talk to you about that, because you mentioned the chicken coop and the eggs, and being able to really take part in living here.
Yeah, of course.
At Ever After Assisted Living here off of Lenzner Avenue, right in the heart of Sierra Vista, you will find caring and compassionate care for your loved ones right here. And they are offering a move-in special, and they have 2 beds available right now. So if you or someone you know is in need of these services, you definitely need, and again, wheelchair access in and out, you definitely need to give them a call. Their phone number is in the post description, their Facebook page in the post description, their address, and their website, all in the post description. We did that for you, Taylor. But let's take a peek at this beautiful backyard here. My goodness! Right as the sun pops out, and the rain has subsided just for a second for us to take a look around at what we have here. This is a beautiful open space. I mean, you got a gazebo here, you got the swing, and
we have 2 swings.
Oh, I didn't see that swing right there.
One in the shade and one in the sun. Yep.
I love that.
And our people like to come out, and they read the newspaper out here, and sometimes we'll bring the therapy dogs out here and they'll see them. We have 2 standard poodles that come and visit as therapy dogs, and they love them, and they'll come out here and play, and they'll throw the ball a little bit, or sometimes in the summer we'll have snow cones out here, and we try to get out here, and they need the sun. They love the sun, and it's peaceful, it's quiet, and some of them want to feed the chickens sometimes, and we just go and do what they want to do.
You mentioned it being quiet. We're literally a stone's throw from Fry Boulevard, and you can't even tell.
Right.
It is so peaceful out here.
The noisiest thing are the wind chimes.
And people love those. I see the wind chimes right there.
Yeah,
maybe
if
if the breeze picks up. Oh, that's fantastic. And taking a peek here, this is the chicken coop right here.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah, the chicken coop is there, and we've had residents in the past that came out and got their own eggs for breakfast, and if they don't, then we get them and bring them in, and they have fresh eggs for breakfast. Of course, the chickens can't make as many as we need every month, but we try to use those for the fresh eggs and omelets and things like that.
Well, and people of a certain age possibly grew up in a more rural time where farming was a way of life for them. Have you had that experience where people remember, I remember when I was a kid, we had chickens and we would do that?
Our first resident came to us from another assisted living, and the first thing he said when he came to the door is, he said, "Don't you dare feed me powdered eggs." And I said, "I promise I won't." And I brought him straight out to the chicken coop, and we had Rhode Island red chickens at the time, and he grew up on a chicken farm in, I believe, Tennessee.
Okay.
And we have a picture in the dining room of a Rhode Island red, and he always faced it when he would eat, and he would say, "This is my happy place," and that's where we got our sign out front that says, "Welcome to our happy place."
That is fantastic, and it's a great sign, by the way, as you're driving down Lenzner Avenue in Sierra Vista. You will definitely see it. One thing I love about the website, I was able to check out the website, so much information again about the variety of services that are offered for the seniors who come into your care. But then the descriptions of the employees, like yourself, was great cook.
I am. I love to cook. I'll try anything a couple of times, and if I can't get it right, then I'll let someone else try. But all of our meals are home cooked, and occasionally we'll have something like pizza or fried chicken for a birthday party. We just had one on Friday.
Uh-huh.
And we had Papa John's, and
hey, that's great.
So once in a while we'll eat out and things like that, but they prefer the home cooked meals. They prefer the delicious desserts, and our menu is unlike anyone else's.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, when it comes to menus at many assisted living facilities, you know, they got the check box for the certain day of the week. Maybe, you know, Monday is pasta day or spaghetti day or something like that. How does that work here?
So here we have a menu program where a dietitian signs our menus every week and tells us that we have the right nutritional values for each day. And I have the ability to edit them. I've got thousands of recipes in our server there, and they can say, well, I really cared for the beef tips, but I didn't care too much for the chicken enchilada recipe. So we can either find another, or we can make something different. And we try to tailor it exactly to what they like. I have a lady right now who she loves bean and cheese burritos. So I make sure it gets on the menu. And I have another person that would rather have a bagel and cream cheese than any other breakfast. So we try to make that happen, you know, as frequently as we can.
Well, and being able to accommodate those needs here, we'll go back over here to this side, being able to accommodate those needs for the residents here, that is obviously certainly what sets you apart from other, maybe more large scale assisted living facilities here in Sierra Vista.
Well, and we know them personally. We know their families. We're in communication with them. All the families know they can reach me, and they know that this is a family operation. I work here. My husband works here. My mother works here. My husband's mother works here. And my kids come and visit like grandchildren, and they come and bring pictures and say hi to everyone. And we're truthfully a family owned and operated, and we try to provide the best care in town at the least cost.
Now, talk about the name Ever After Assisted Living. I mean, you've used that phrase happily ever after from the fairy tales. Is that where it comes from, or what was the angle that you were looking at when creating that name?
Well, I've seen a whole lot of names for assisted livings, and I won't name any. Everybody knows them. Yeah. But it's not a sugarcoat deal. This is where people live for the rest of their life, and we're supposed to make it like a fairy tale. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be what they want, not what I want to do. It's not supposed to be, we have to do bingo at 2:00. If you want to play bingo, let's. If not, let's paint. Let's do puzzles. Let's do activities. Let's play Would You Rather. Let's watch the debate on TV. Anything that they want to do, we try to drive that, because that's what keeps them motivated. It keeps them going. It keeps all of those things, and they need some kind of a purpose.
Have you found, being in this area, I mean, it is an amazing community in Cochise County that has a wide array of people of all ages, but it certainly leans toward the senior side. Seeing these folks come in, is it from the family members who live here that bring their elderly parents in, or were they already residents here? What's been that ratio for you here at Ever After?
Most of the time the families will find us, and usually when they do, they're like, I'm so grateful because I didn't want my mom to go to a big nursing home. And it's scary. It's scary for the families. It's scary for the resident. And here they can kind of feel a sense of, we're going to mom's or we're going to dad's. And we try really hard to set ourselves different, because I'm fairly certain that we're the only assisted living in town that offers a military discount, and we have so many military people here.
That's a great point.
I think I've had at least 80% of the residents we've had here have a military discount, and they serve for our country, and we need to serve for them. And that's why our goal is keep everything as small and in-house as we can, so that we don't have to charge tens of thousands of dollars. I don't have it. Do you?
Not in these pants. In my other pants, I'm sure.
Exactly.
I'm sure I'd scrounge that up. How many beds are currently here total at Ever
So we
After?
have 6 licensed beds. We do have the potential to expand to 8 someday, but right now we're pretty comfy at 6. I like that all 6 of them can all be at the table together and converse. So we have beds total. We have 4 that are occupied, and we have the 2 in the master bedroom available.
And that is what we covered here today. If you're just joining us, we're at Ever After Assisted Living here in Sierra Vista, a home-based assisted living facility that's literally a home. It's not even a facility. I call it a home because you walk in and it feels like home. There's a big screen TV with the football games playing right now, and they got the college games all day Saturday. I'm sure the pro games all day Sunday, and then Monday night, and then all the other nights of the week when sports are it. But Taylor, talking to you about this experience here and your experience in the nursing field, in the medical field, being able to have something like this at your home, it's very unique, wouldn't you say?
It is. It's truthfully a labor of love. I spent so many years working in long-term care and in hospitals and all of those things, and it's kind of, hi, how you doing? Let's give you your medicine and then bye. And then who takes over after that? And so many families struggle because they really need to put their loved one in assisted living, but they really can't afford the cost. And the cost for assisted living is astronomical in this area. And when we opened, I told my husband, I said, listen, I'm going to have the bathroom remodeled and we're going to go get my grandmother out of the nursing home. And he said, how are you going to accomplish that? And I said, I don't know, but with God with me, I can do it. And I'm going to bring her home. I have 4 generations in this town, my grandmother, my mother, myself, and my children. And now we can all be together and COVID can't stop us.
Again, thinking about that family aspect, that is definitely what sets this apart. And again, those 2 beds are available. And if you or someone you know is in need of the services that Ever After Assisted Living provides, the phone number, their Facebook page, their website, all the contact details are there. And what about employees? I know that a lot of times facilities like this, assisted living facilities, end up looking for qualified nurses and people to help with the staff. Do you have that issue here as well?
Almost all of our staff has been pretty long term. The caregiver I have in sight has been with me 2.5 years, and
that's almost the length of
basically from when we opened.
Yeah.
So occasionally we do have openings. We can hire NCIA board certified caregivers. We have had a few caregivers that I thought were just amazing as assistant caregivers, and I said, you know what, we're gonna take the responsibility of helping you get certified, and we've taken them to class and all of those things so they could get their certificate, and now they're here with us.
I love that. Just take one last look around here at the backyard of this incredible home here in Sierra Vista, just a stone's throw from Fry Boulevard, and it is as peaceful as you could absolutely imagine. I'm just barely hearing a siren in the background, but
the fire department's just right here.
I know exactly.
So
it's right. Yeah. That's a stone's throw from here too, actually. Right down the street, down Fry. But I mean, knowing that you're in the heart of Sierra Vista and offering something like this, a place where families who have loved ones who have this need can come to you and say, "Oh my goodness, this is the perfect spot."
I was talking to some people today. They came and we were visiting with them, and they said, why didn't I find you 3 months ago before I moved down here to take care of my dad? If I would have found you 3 months ago, I would not have moved here. I would have moved them in with you. And I said, well, it's difficult because sometimes we don't have open beds, and our people stay long term. So it's years sometimes. We went almost 2 full years without an open bed. And it's one of those things that I wish that I had more beds for people so that I could make sure that they were getting excellent care and that people were doing everything they could for them. And if it's something as simple as a doctor's appointment or it's something as big as an operation, I want to make sure that they get the care that they need. And almost all of our residents will tell you that I'm the first one on the phone. No, we're not doing this like that. I'm very protective. So I try to make sure that they have yummy, healthy foods and our success stories show that we really, truly can be the best. And I think we are.
Well, it's been an honor to meet you today and talk to you. Again, if you or someone you know, 2 beds are available right now at Ever After Assisted Living in Sierra Vista. If you need those services, you can contact the family here and you can get an idea for exactly what it is that they do. Your website is fantastic. I mean, it literally goes through point by point all of the different types of care that you provide, which was very informative for me before I came here to do this interview with you. First of all, thanks for taking your time to do this. And what is there anything else I'm forgetting, or anything else that I could mention?
Well, the only other thing I'd like to say is a lot of places have tiers, which is you move in at one price, that's for the room, and then if you need help with showering or you need help with dressing, all of those things increase in the cost. We are black and white. I will give you the cost when you walk in the door. Occasionally, I may say, hey, we've had a little bit of a change here. We need to do something different. I either need you to come up with a little bit more, or I need to make some changes in our budgeting. And I work with the families because I can't afford to put my mother somewhere, and I don't know how anybody could at the pricing. But I will do everything in my power to meet people's budgets and try to get them where they know it's black and white, it's fair, and if they go anywhere else in town, they can't find this.
Reasonable pricing, beds available, in a family atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
That makes Ever After Assisted Living one of the most unique places for you or your family for the needs that you have, from assisted living to memory care to long-term care to short-term care to every kind of care possible.
Every kind of care, including therapy care with our dogs. And we have puppies that come and visit too. Everybody loves when the puppies visit. They all, please give me one, please give me one. And they love them. And we love our residents and our caregivers, and they love us, and we're all family.
And having a family here run something like this makes it very, very special, I'm sure, for the residents who are here as well. Thank you again, Taylor, for your time today.
Thank you.
I did notice on the website your husband is listed as someone who can lift heavy things.
He can. He was a concrete worker for a number of years, and he's very strong, thank goodness, because there's a lot of things I couldn't lift without him.
You got to say, hey, honey, come on, time to move this.
Yep,
let's go.
He's my full-time maintenance guy. He works another place as well, but when I need him, he's here, and thank goodness for that, because without him, I would have to hire someone to do the maintenance, and that increases their cost, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
4 generations right here, the heart of those 4 generations at Ever After Assisted Living. You can learn more about them. Please learn more about them. First of all, do us a favor, share this video around. Tag your friends who are looking at assisted living places right now, because 2 beds are available, and we're waiting for your call to make sure that if you are looking for a place that will feel like home, that will have an amazing cook, not just according to the website, but according to every resident who's come through here, you can have that incredible experience.
That's right.
Ever After, it doesn't need to be anything but happily ever after.
That's right. Come and live happily at Ever After Assisted Living.
Oh, Taylor, thank you so much. And
Thank
again,
you.
Please share this video around, tag your friends, do us those favors. And of course, check out Ever After Assisted Living on Facebook. Their Facebook page is in the post description. Give them a like, give them a follow, and see what's going on in the senior care industry here in our community, right here at 216 Lenzner Avenue. Is that the address?
That's correct.
It is 216 Lenzner Avenue, literally just a stone's throw from Fry Boulevard, as peaceful and wonderful as an area that you could possibly dream of. It's all right here at Ever After Assisted Living. Learn more in the post description. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this video. And please give them a call if you are interested. Those 2 beds that are available right now. The discount pricing one more time for people who are coming in.
Half off until October 1st.
There we go. Weeks
Half
away.
off the first month. Yep.
So a couple weeks that you have to take advantage of this special at Ever After Assisted Living. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you to you, your family, and to all those who care for our seniors. We love you all, but definitely loved having the opportunity to see Ever After Assisted Living today. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
No, have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon. Absolutely awesome. Wow.